Welcome, welcome, dear steamers, to another Mundane as Art gallery. And this time, the theme was stones. Again, you guys blew me away with the fantastic entries. I had a really hard time whittling them down to a number that would fit in the gallery. Once again, you can see I chose a nice black background. And I think this is very fitting for us because with the black, the colors just stand out. And you guys really sent in some beautiful mundane art. You could never call those stones mundane, really. The way that some of them are positioned, the colors, the different vegetation in the background, the scenes. Some of them are in the foreground, some of them are just the stones and nothing else, and others are just part of a wonderful composition. So just give you a little idea of what we have in this gallery. And now let's take a little tour and we'll have a look at some of the individual pieces that we have here in this fantastic edition of Mundane Art. Another fantastic entry by you guys. Here we go. Who are we starting off with this time? Looks like we've got Sard Art. And she actually sent in a different one onto the comments on my blog, but I picked that one from the post she made. Eric Boucher. The colors aren't quite vibrant, but I just love the pattern in the sand of that stone that seemed to have smashed into it. Here we have Chrissy World. I love the way she set that crystal ball to get the reflection of the stones. Very artistic, very well done. Tanada always comes up with something great. She got a nice low perspective on that boulder. It's wet and shiny and wonderful. This is a little bit different. Piperilla, this is fossilized trees, I believe. A stone forest, and I just thought it was well done. Old timer, wow. Nice beach. Look at the size of those stones on the beach there, and the contrast with the smoothness of the sand. This from Steph 1. I think she mentioned it was taken in Australia on a trip of hers. It was a dual German-English post. Aximan, I really like the colors here. I almost would have liked a more natural look on the sun, but it's fantastic. This one blew me away. Claudia Z. And she was playing around with stones on the beach, and that is funny, fun, and beautiful. Home Art Pictures is one of our regular photographers on steemit. And really, this is like a studio shot of some beautiful crystal stones. Wood Digger, look at that, eh? The boulder featured this cliff ruggedness against the mountains and the blues and the greens. Old Guy Photos never disappoints. Look at that picture of the waves lapping up to the shore with that nice feature of the big, bold stone there. Everlove actually also sent in a different picture, but this was part of the post that went with it. I thought this was so cool. Look at the size of those stones. Emeragis is a former winner, and I like these stones. I don't know, the smoothness of them, and she thought that looked like a face on there. Roused took this sparkling stones shot through water at sunset, and the patterns are awesome. I really like it. Here's another one that has been set up, a little bit of staging done here, and with a nice centerpiece of that round, smooth stone with the other ones around it. Look at Gillian Pierce. This is Ireland. I visited Ireland last October. My mother is originally from Ireland, so that didn't sway me too much, but I love the composition. Again, real world beats. Look at that. Look at the colors, and the stones are in the foreground there, and just a feature of this. This is neat. I mean, look at the grass growing on those stones that are lapped by the incoming tide, and then the tide would go back out, letting that grow. Look at the shape of this. This is just, I think he mentioned to me this was in Tenerife, which I will be going there in about a week's time, so maybe I'll see it. Snooway. A lot of people are piling up stones, I noticed. It seems to be a hobby worldwide. I thought that was kind of interesting. English Teacher Ivy, well, look at that, eh? All these nice examples of stones, and I like the reflection and the all black that's shown there. Olgi Art, again, look at the moss growing on these stones that seem to almost forming another mountain, which we see in the background. Just wonderful. So that is our tour for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I sure did. And what I'd like to do now is just to say that I'm going to have a really hard time picking the winners, but I will somehow do it, and look forward to the next Mundane as Art. I'll be announcing the theme in a couple of days. Thanks for your entries, and steam on.